Staying in Florida, the state school guardian program could soon be expanded to universities. The House approved the Armor Act late Wednesday. The bill is in response to last year's deadly shooting at Florida State University. The bill would allow university employees in the guardian program to carry guns on campus. Colleges would also need to have a mobile reporting tool and adds criminal charges for shooting a gun near a school during the school day or after school activities.
Our impetus was the gun-free zone. That was a huge problem, knowing that people that are looking for the biggest bang for their buck, for the biggest impact, negative impact, they're going to go where they know they're not going to be stopped, and that is our higher education campuses.
The Guardian program was created after the Parkland school shootings in 2018.